So I've made a lot of things in the past 10 years, from yo-yos to glasses to t-shirts and so much more. And I think these have all been an attempt to scratch an itch to design something meaningful and intricate and thoughtful. But the thing is, I feel like these have never scratched that itch fully because I didn't have full control over the design process or the making process. And so began this project. I'm gonna make my own jewelry. But first, I had two questions. Number one, is this possible without having to spend a heap of money on equipment? And number two, can you cast a ring yourself?
Casting is the making of an object by pouring molten metal or other material into a mold.
So first, a bit of a backstory. Rings started to get my interest around 2 years ago, and ever since then I love looking at new designs and I love coming up with new concepts as well. And last year I actually designed a few pieces as well, but I never had full control over the design process. For these rings I did have the ideas of what to make, but for the most part my sister would actually be designing them, and I'd even have them made overseas. So I wasn't really part of the making process all that much. And so again, it didn't really scratch that itch. But here we are, and the goal is to do the entire process myself, from carving the wax to even casting the ring. But the problem is, I don't know anything about this space. So I went to the first place anyone goes when they want to learn something: YouTube. Learning about making rings. I compiled a list of everything I needed to make this work, and I came to the conclusion that I reckon I could do this without having to spend a ton on equipment. Once I came to this conclusion, I headed over to Amazon and I bought the first things I needed to get started. To make a wax ring, you need a few tools. You need a wax tube, you need carving tools, and you need a wax saw. Once you have these tools, you begin the process of carving a ring out of wax. Once you've done this, you create a negative by pouring plaster around the wax mold, and then you use an oven to melt the wax out of it. Once you've done this, all you have to do is pour the silver where the wax was. Now, for the next few weeks, my goal is going to be to create a wax ring that I'm really proud of. But it still left me with one question: can you cast the ring yourself? So I started looking into the casting process. And here's what I gathered. A lot of people who design wax rings will get them made at what's called a casters. And this is a place where they will cast things for you. But the biggest reason that I wanted to do this myself is that I don't want to deal with minimum order quantities. I don't want to have to deal with wait times. And I want to have full control over the quality and the design of this. So although I did look into having it made at a casters, I decided that I want to create the best quality and I want to control every aspect of this, so we're going to cast it ourselves. So anyway, that is the plan, and that's what we're doing with this channel. I'm getting the materials this weekend, hopefully, so in the next video, we're going to start carving a ring out of wax. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.